Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with a topic session for the Success Chronicles. And today we have Rachelle Dene Poth, a great lady, doing some really neat things. Today we're going to do a topic session about challenges. We've been talking about the times that we're in, lots of challenges, lots of change, lots of different things going on. And so first, I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to do the topic session with me.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to come on and chat with you. It's great to get connected again.
Yes. Well, challenges. What's on your heart about challenges? Let's dive into it.
Let's see. There are so many, and it's just over. I mean, even since back to March, whenever school started to close, and just even in an everyday existence as an educator, but even just as people, I mean, there are different challenges we come up against. Some are small, some are huge, and anywhere in between. But lately, in the last, at least since the school year has started, I've just been thinking about just different challenges that I'm finding in the work that I'm doing, getting through each day, planning for my students, but even just being more aware of the challenges that others face too. And, we can always say, oh, the day was so hard because this thing happened, or I made a mistake. I mean, I joke about my mistakes with my students all the time, but some things that can be so small, like others can look at them and say, oh, like that's nothing. Like, do you have any idea what I'm dealing with over here? Yeah. And it doesn't matter, because sometimes it's like the smallest thing to us can feel like it's the biggest roadblock or challenge. And
right.
The worst thing we can do, and the worst thing that I did for years, was like I kept all of that to myself, because I was kind of embarrassed to say to somebody, oh, I'm struggling with classroom management. I had a lesson that I just did, and it was really terrible. The students weren't doing what I had asked them to do, and it didn't have the results that I wanted it to have. And I just kind of kept all of that to myself for years and isolated. And if I think like now, the different connections that I have, being able to reach out and talk to people and say, hey, you know what? I had this total epic fail today in my class. And you get all of these different responses from people out there, whether it's on Twitter, wherever you're connecting, if it's in your school, if you're through Twitter, Facebook, all of these great communities that we have, being able to reach out and get that support and have somebody say, you know what, I had the same problem, same challenge, or I was feeling the same way as you and I didn't really know what to do. But before, I just kept those to myself. And now that I think back to all of the opportunities that I missed out on, but more importantly, that my students missed out on because I didn't take any chances, I didn't put myself out there. So looking now, just some days I come home and I feel like, because we're hybrid now, we were virtual. Mm-hmm. And I felt like, and I've heard a lot of people say this, they feel like they're first year teachers again, where you're just kind of trying to juggle all the things. And I think no matter what, it's always going to be challenging to be an educator, because you're trying to do all of these different things and provide all these opportunities and stay current and relevant, but even more so now. So that was a long answer to your question. Clearly a lot of challenges, but I'm trying to make the best out of them and rise above them.
Well, I just let you know this too. I felt every second of it. I felt what you mean, because I know that life also well. And I think, yes, when you think about it as an educator, just like before COVID, when it's the normal education teaching, it's already exhausting, right? Like every day is exhausting. But then you add on all of the extras that have come about through COVID, the double duties with the teaching, that like everything is double, right? And if you have multiple classes, it could be triple or quadrupled. And I think, a lot of people don't realize that on the outside, all of the extras that it brings about. And I'll tell you this story. Um, so I'm walking in the hallway one day, and I see, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh man, I got a lot on my plate, got a lot to do." Right? I see this one teacher, and I speak. How you doing today? Oh, I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Then I walk a few more steps and I speak to this coach. Hey, coach, what's going on? Oh, Baker, it's tough. I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I'm not so bad then.
Yeah.
But it's. I think the thing is, it's not the good thing, if you will. It's
Mhm.
not just one specific. It's not just me. It's not just you. Like all of us, we're all growing through the same thing,
Right. I
right?
love how you said that too, growing.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
and
Yeah.
it's a process. We have to just take one day at a time. Be present. Be in the moment today. Be teacher of the year today. Don't
Yeah.
worry about, like, I don't know. I don't know about tomorrow. I got to be present and be in the moment today, and I think that allows us to grow and learn. And I think another thing that's come out of this is it's allowed us to create within the crisis. Yes, it's a
Yeah.
crisis, but we talked about this earlier. More better ways to communicate. I think it's going to be so many uh, amazing advancements that come out of this time. We're with technology, with ways to communicate, operational systems within education. Things that we see. Oh well, yeah, we've been doing it like this, but we can move more efficiently if we do it like this. And we're seeing those things because we
Right.
have to try them out.
I know. Yeah. I said, and I've said this a lot of times, but it's so true. Back when the schools closed back in March, I said it was like the worst wake up call that you never wanted. Like it just,
Yeah.
a lot of people finally, and not that it's a bad thing, but I mean, there may have been a lot of reasons for hesitating to use technology or to try, not even just the technology, but like project-based learning or Genius
Yeah.
Hour, things that don't rely necessarily on the technology, but a different method, because there's never enough time, or you don't know where to start, or you don't have the right resources. And that was kind of the opportunity to just dive in, because what do you have to lose? It's
Mhm.
that's like your chance to do it. And you're right about, you see people at school, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm here. I'm okay. What day is it? Is it really, you have no concept. The best that you can do is just every single day. But there are some days where
Yeah.
you look at the clock and you think, oh my gosh, I have to do this. And it's all the balancing, right? Because
Mm.
I do teach like 5 different courses, and I'm teaching in person and at home simultaneously with all the devices and all of these things set up. And it took a while to get into kind of a workflow, and it's not perfect, but it gets better with each day.
So true. I think it also allows us to really just look within ourselves and step into our bowl each day. Like it's really tough to do those things, but if I don't do what I'm supposed to do today, then other people suffer, right?
Right.
If I don't prepare them today, then and that's not acceptable. Like I can't have that.
No,
And
no.
so I got to get my butt up, step up, and go get it done today.
Yep. That's right. No matter how we're
Yeah,
feeling, it's just, you got to keep on, take a moment to breathe, and then
yeah,
just keep on going.
that's it. So let's just, if we can kind of process, let's think about some ways that we can encourage others to grow through their challenges. What are some things that you would say, just this, I think will help you? What are some of those things for you?
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, this morning I was working on a blog that I had started about 3 weeks ago about the hybrid experience, like shifting from
Mm,
virtual. And I found, years ago, I didn't even know what a blog was, but I found that since I started blogging, even just not even necessarily using a full platform or anything, even just jotting notes down, thoughts throughout the day, because it's easy to forget at the end of the day, like, did I really do that today? Or if you feel kind of down and think, oh, nothing went well. Well, things went well. You just kind of missed or forgot about them because there's so much going on. And so jotting down notes or writing a blog, I use a hack. I go for a walk because you need that self-care and to take that break. And I just talk into a document and let it kind of record my thoughts. And it's really great for reflecting, because often you do forget things that you've done. And maybe you are thinking, well, I'm not doing anything different or innovative or whatever, but you actually are. It's just there's so many other things that we're trying to balance and keep going that you kind of miss them. And so I've found that to be really enlightening and surprising at times, because I'll go back and look at what I've written or what I've recorded, if it's a voice thing, and think, oh, yeah, I forgot that I'd actually done that. And then that's something to grow on for the next time, or it's an idea to share with somebody else. Even doing podcasts where I just talk to myself because it's my own, but I'm reflecting too. So I'll say, if I talk about my first day in hybrid after being virtual, and other people have been listening to that and have been sharing it and said, I needed to hear this because I was feeling the same way. So I guess the underlying message there is, tell your story. Don't keep to yourself. Have somebody to talk to. Reach out on to your PLN, whether it's on Twitter, or get into a chat or something. Just have somewhere, a community of some sort, even if it's just one person that you can rely on, that you can say, hey, you know what? I'm really struggling with this area. Or, hey, I did this thing today, it went really well. Or I did this and my students thought it was the worst idea ever. Just so that you have those conversations. And one other one out there, because it's been something, not that I had always done, trying to find that time to find balance and disconnect, but I started to use a mindfulness app. And so there have been a lot of posts about like self-care and social emotional learning. And there's a lot out there, but I started to use this one, Jabu Mind, and it forces me to actually take a break because I get the notifications reminders. So I would say, if you're having a hard time breaking away from the computer and the work, set a reminder on your phone, because I do this, and it says walk or take a nap or go listen to music or something. And people laughed at me when I did that, but I know some that have started to do that because we live by those notifications reminders, right? So if you get one that says take a nap, like, all right, I'm going to take the nap.
Cool. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
awesome. I think those are all amazing tips and points that one can take and use in education through these challenging times, for sure. And thank you for sharing those. I got a couple of things. I think, first off, the whole thought for me is we can't pour out of an empty cup.
Right.
Right. You talked about self-care. And so it's important that we take care of ourselves so that we can take care of others. And that's not selfish, but that's, it's smart, because, in what we do, we take care of others. Right. And if we have nothing to give, well, we have nothing to give. Yeah.
No, nobody else is getting anything.
Yeah. And so I think the first things we have to, just work on being present and know that, our presence is the present, just being present and be in the moment, enjoy the moments, have fun in the moments, laugh at yourself when you make some mistakes, because we're going to make a bunch of them.
Oh yeah. All the time.
All the time. Like, man, I blew that. Like, I really blew that,
Yeah.
And so laugh at yourself some. And I think the next thing is just remember your why. Your why drives you. Why are you doing what you do? Mm-hmm. And that, I think that'll really help you continue to go into the next thing. Is really just, it'll help you take one step at a time. And we kind of hit on that a little bit earlier. It's so much going on, and it's busy and crazy, and like can I get through the storm? But really just take one step at a time. And like I said, just be teacher of the year today.
Right.
Just be and then tomorrow hit the ground running, be teacher of the year tomorrow.
That's right.
And before you know it, we will have made it through this year, and you're teacher of the year. Those kind of things. And then I think we have to look for opportunities to grow within that, because I don't know, getting out of your comfort zone allows you to have that growth that you need. And so, just enjoy the process, have fun during the process, and just grow through it. So those are some of the things that, I would advise to do, to help get through some of those challenges.
Yeah, I definitely like the one that you said about laughing, because
Yeah.
that's the one thing I've been really enjoying about being back in hybrid, to see some of the students, but even the
Yeah.
ones at home. And I almost feel like I'm doing improv some days when we start class, because there's just jokes or I make a mistake or something. And I just,
Yeah.
but you make yourself vulnerable, because you don't know who else at home is kind of watching as you teach and have fun. But I mean, we're being ourselves. And I think that's a good model for students to see, like, yeah, it's okay to make mistakes and to, laugh them off, and just to learn and grow together. So good advice.
I love that. Learn and grow together, because we can all learn from one another.
Right.
And in that process, we grow. And when we do it together, I think it makes it better, because, like you said, that they see that, hey, well, see, we all make mistakes, that's what it is, y'all. Let's move on. Let's get through it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we get off, if you don't mind sharing with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and support you. I mean, you have some products that you are involved in. I'd love for you to, say a little bit about that, so people can show
Yeah.
you some love.
All right. Well, thank you. So I'm pretty consistent. Twitter, Instagram, my blog, it's all RDENE915. And then if it's a .com, if you want to reach out to me with email, it's Gmail, but would love to connect. And I have, blog on my blog site, and then a couple of books that I've written and shared my own challenges and some ideas with educators, but some of which too just have like quotes and other educator stories, which is what I have really been passionate about doing, is sharing other stories. So would love to connect with more educators, hear your stories, and hear, what your experiences are too. So thanks for the chance to chat today.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing the topic session with me. Truly appreciate it. And I wish you continued success as you're growing through those challenges that you're facing on your end.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out this topic session. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.